You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, CBS soap opera fans. This is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got to talk about Sally Spectra pushing back hard on Nick Newman this week. And it's starting to feel like Adam might be moving into a position to win. Now, this week we heard Adam offer Sally Spectra a job, and she's considering it. The main thing is she doesn't want a handout. She doesn't want charity. She wants to pay her way. She wants to be a good mom. And Adam is offering her something that two other Newmans are not. And we're going to dig into that as three Newmans are kind of pushing to control her future and that of her child. But only one of them might be going at it the right way to get her to agree. If you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our top Young and the Restless casting news, spoilers, everything you need to know about your favorite CBS soap opera. All right, let's dig into this. So last week, Victor Newman approached Sally Spectra kind of like with one of those, what do they call it, an iron fist in a velvet glove. He was playing nice and he was trying to be agreeable, but he was essentially threatening her. And that was when he offered to invest in her future business if she would just leave that little Newman granddaughter in Genoa City and she just takes a hike, but with a lot of money to start a new company. The bottom line on the math of that offer is, I would like to buy your baby for millions of dollars. That's pretty tactless, but when Victor looks at her, he sees a girl who grew up with grifter carny parents, that kind of thing, because he ran a thorough background check on her. But, maybe Victor needs to run a background check on himself, because he has a very sketchy backstory, and he turned out okay, but he clearly has no faith that anyone can pull themselves up by their bootstraps except for him. So that was offer number one. And if you remember, she has a prior offer on the table from Nick Newman. He has offered several times to invest in a design business for her. He has been offering that, and she turned it down, and then she was supposed to be meeting with Jill, and then Victor called in a favor to kill that deal at Finmore's, and so she has just been yanked around by these Newman men, and Nick offered her money, basically a blank check, and she didn't want to take his money. She didn't want to do that, and she still doesn't. But then Adam comes in and makes a job offer, an offer to use skills he knows she has, to use her brains and her business acumen, a real job where she can have purpose, where she can earn a paycheck. Those are things that she's been lacking, and she doesn't want to feel like she's been giving something. And Adam made it clear. He said, I'm not offering to give you money. I'm offering to give you a job. That equates to her earning money for herself with her talents. So Adam's offer is the best out of any of the three from Nick, Victor, and Adam. So Adam's definitely winning when it comes to the offer. And then Nick approaches her this week on Young and the Restless, fresh off her phone conversation with Adam, where they're talking about it. He's agreed that she could even bring Chloe Mitchell along with her, all that good stuff. But Nick freaks out when he hears about it, and she pushes back on him pretty hard. And the things that Nick says to her, he basically says that Adam and Victor are both trying to control you and control the baby, because ultimately Victor's the one who bought the company, so Adam got him to agree to give him autonomy. However, Victor's always in the shadows, and so that's a problem. But she tells him she wants to be a provider. She wants to be a role model for her daughter. But he snaps and tells her that taking that job from Adam will be a huge mistake. And she gets really insulted and says she's not naive. She understands how the Newman machine works, which she certainly does by now. So it's not like she's going into this clueless or anything, but it seems to be Nick riding up on his white horse and thinking that he just needs to shut them all down. Then she tells Chloe Mitchell about the offer, and Chloe is Team Nick on this. She wants Sally to take the investment he offered, and she says that she will not work for Adam again. She won't be under his thumb. Although the reason that everything fell apart at Newman Media actually, in Newman fashion, had nothing to do with Adam. That was not Adam's fault. He was very supportive of Chloe and Sally, but then Victoria railroaded him, and then everything fell apart. So it's not really fair that Chloe is blaming Adam for how Newman fashion fell apart, but she is. So we want to talk a little bit more about Adam and Nick's conversation after Nick finds out about the job offer. But first, if you haven't, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Young and the Restless updates right here on Soap Dirt at YouTube. So Adam rolls up on Nick in Chancellor Park this week, and Nick says he knows about the job offer, and Adam's like, okay, great. And Nick's like, I don't want her working there with you. And Adam's take is, then you must not have a lot of faith in your relationship. It must not be that strong if I am that threatening to you. And Nick, of course, gets annoyed like he does. Everybody knows Nick has a giant stick up his backside and a sensibility that, he's always the rightest person in the room. I love Nick. I'm not saying I don't, but he definitely has those character flaws. And what's interesting is Adam tosses at him, I can be patient. I can wait. You're going to screw this up. And Adam's not wrong about Nick always screwing things up. Nick does have a bad habit of waffling, of going along and everything's good, and then he, rolls into bed with somebody else, and just, it's not good. So Adam is right. He can wait him out, but it'll also help if Adam can have Sally close to him. And it's all very interesting watching the brothers have this back and forth. And the bottom line is Sally is going to weigh her options, and spoilers for the week of starting May 15th, and that'll be the third week of May sweep. So there's big stuff coming. Official Young and the Restless spoilers say that Sally makes a big decision next week. And that big decision is obviously whether she will come to Tucker McCall's company that Adam is now running, or if she will take money from Nick. There seems to be no signs of that happening. And she could always go back to Victor, and he might even up his offer, but there's no way she's doing that. So the big thing that she's considering, and she even makes a pro and con list this week, is whether or not to take this good job offer from Adam. And on the con list for this is both Adam and Nick, because Adam will try to get closer to her. She knows that. She's not stupid. And Nick will be constantly nagging her about it and pushing. And so she definitely has a lot of serious thinking to do. And the bottom line is Victor, Adam, and Nick, none of the three Newmans are going to stop pressuring her in one form or another. Adam isn't pressuring her. He's actually playing a cooler game, but Nick is pushing hard on her, and he, I think, is going to find her backbone, because she's not going to let him push her that far, and she's definitely not going to let Victor push her. So what do you think? Is Sally going to push Nick into a corner where he gets upset and he acts out? There are some other May sweeps spoilers that should be kicking in very soon about Sharon having a crisis and Nick stepping to help her. And that could be the beginning of the end for Nick and Sally, because if she's getting closer to Adam at the same time that he's pushed into a position where he's getting closer to Sharon, then that does not bode well for their relationship on Y&R.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.